The embattled Dr. Ronny Jackson has officially withdrawn his nomination for VA Secretary after some interesting allegations that happen to paint him in a very negative light. Now, I'm going to go through some of those allegations, and then we'll go to why Trump originally tried to pick him as head of the VA. Sorry. Okay. So let's start out with the allegations of drinking and drugs. Oh, this is fun. Now, according to testimony during his confirmation hearing, which had been put on hold as of yesterday, and then, of course, today he has withdrawn that, his nomination to the post, Jackson had allegedly supplied or provided a large supply of Percocet, that is an opioid, to a White House military office staff member that he threw his own medical staff into a panic when it could not account for the missing drugs. So he's like, hey, man, look, I got some drugs. I got a lot of drugs. You want some? And, of course, everybody's like, oh, my God, all these drugs are missing. What did you do with them? What did you do with them? Well, we had a little bit of fun, apparently. Now, look, his nickname, apparently, when in the White House, because he has been the White House doctor for quite some time through George W. Bush, Obama, and now Trump, they called him the Candy Man. Any guess on why? Oh, it could be because he passes out pills like candy. Oh, man. Not only that, but a nurse on his staff said Dr. Jackson had written himself his own prescriptions, obviously for other types of drugs. And when he was caught, he's like, okay, I won't write my own prescriptions. I'm going to get another physician to write me a prescription for the same drugs that I love to party on. Now, there's more. At a Secret Service going away party, Jackson allegedly got so drunk, he decided to go and wreck a government vehicle. Well then, that's interesting. Look, if anything, it tells you that this guy, while probably fun to party with, and would have gotten along greatly with some of the people that I used to run with when I was younger, it shows that you shouldn't have been nominated at all. I mean, yeah, like I said, this guy, obviously, probably pretty popular inside the White House for what he's done. Nonetheless, not somebody that you want in charge of a big bureaucracy like the VA. Now, look, he should not have been nominated whatsoever. But, of course, I'll get to the reason later on why he was nominated by President Trump. But first, more details on what he had done. During an overseas trip by the Obama administration in 2015, Dr. Jackson decided, hey, you know what, it'd be fun. I'm going to go out and do some bar hopping and do a little bit of drinking and have some fun. And then afterwards, he came back to the delegation's hotel. And then he began banging on the door of a staff member's hotel room, a female staff member's hotel room, according to an account shared with Democrats during his confirmation hearing. Now, the noise was apparently so loud that members of the Secret Service came in to see what the hell was going on. And they found Dr. Jackson there. And they're like, hey, man, look, you got to be quiet. Obama's in the next room. The President of the United States, you're going to wake him up. On another trip during Obama's presidency, White House staff members reached out to Dr. Jackson for medical reasons because he is the White House doctor. What they found when they decided to come to him for whatever reason, which is not specified in the article, they found him passed out in his hotel room after a night, again, of drinking. It sounds like this guy's got a real problem, right? Now, the staff members decided to take the medical supplies that they were looking for without waking Dr. Jackson. So, again, this guy got a serious problem, okay? It seems like. So you can't have someone like that who decides to get drunk and passes out having that job. Or running a giant bureaucracy, as I said before. Now, it gets worse because apparently some of the people who worked under Dr. Jackson had a few opinions about him. Interviewed staff members described Dr. Jackson as, quote, the most unethical person I have ever worked with. Flat out unethical and incapable of not losing his temper. Again, not somebody you want to place in charge of a giant bureaucracy. So, now the irony here is this probably would have matched Donald Trump to a T. Now, I know Trump doesn't drink or anything like that. Oh, no, Fred Trump, that kind of taught me. And maybe it did. But you don't think he's probably snorted a bit of cocaine? I would be surprised if he didn't. But look, the reason that Donald Trump wanted to pick Ronny Jackson, despite all of this, is the fact that he flattered Donald Trump. Look, he seems like a person that you could get along with. And again, somebody that you could party with. But that doesn't mean he should be doing the job, right? And look, what he did for Donald Trump is he gave him the elephant test to prove that he's not losing his mind. And was like, oh no, Donald Trump, he's in great health. Great health, great weight, great genes. Great genes. The best genes. Tremendous genes. So, look, the lesson here is if you butter the president up, then it doesn't matter who you are or what you've done when you're in office or how many, female staffers' hotel rooms you banged on in the middle of the night. If you just play the game and bow down, kiss the ring, kiss Donald Trump's ass, then it's very likely that you could get a job. So, and look, I know that sounds comical, but remember, this has happened before. Anthony Scaramucci, Omarosa, and Larry Kudlow. They've all been given White House positions. And look, all it was a little bit of buttering up. Now, look, this would have been comical had it not had affected real policy, right? Ronny Jackson could have been in charge of over 300,000 employees, and his decisions would have impacted millions of veterans who depend on the VA. So, when it comes down to it, I may not personally hate the guy or have a personal problem with this guy, but as far as career-wise, this couldn't have happened to a better guy. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.